State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the App State Mountaineers offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws. The whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
So NC State's offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Off the play fake. He'll heave it deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, App State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. If you can't throw it late, it's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. They'll run the play from the pistol. single back formation, and they give it to him.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Looking deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Off play action. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Yeah, 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Wilkins. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to put my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Now the play fake. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Mountaineers are in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over New Mexico State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see it here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On first down, here comes this offense. He leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Safe completion on the screen.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On third down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up 4th.
Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field, looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to throw, it's Sheriff. Getting some heat. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Looking to pass on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
He wants to throw it again. He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilkins. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Sheriff. He's got it. Touchdown App State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down.
Oh, man. What a
Got
pick.
room on the return. He's at the
That was a
10.
thing of beauty.
And he has taken it all the way
That
back.
was a thing of beauty.
Touchdown, Mountaineers. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point,
pick sixes.
reading their scouting report, making big plays.
2 offensive.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd down, going up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
I should
It's
say, bro.
incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.
Offense gonna get banged with your girlfriend by me. Let's go.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
That was a good one.
And the Mountaineers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify.
Trying to get behind the defense.
Oh, no.
He makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I'm a play caller nowadays, man. I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 11 over New Mexico State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Sheriff. Moves away as he feels pressure. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
They believe they can run right here. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run.
Hey, you got to get on your block.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Suggs. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go to the first, an array of possibilities here. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And the route is
nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
35, NC State, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. They'll run play action.
Oh, my God.
He's got it. Open runway ahead. At the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. See if they can get it done on second and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, NC State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. The run to the left. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking for a man. It's Sheriff.
Damn.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
A little bit. I'm almost done. In the fourth quarter.
To play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw here on second down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He'll pull it down and run. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
I really like when the defense goes dying. More speed, like so much speed and space in college football, and you can put so many DBs on the field. In these situations, when they do take off and scramble, I go chase them down, make the big third down stop.
Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The gift to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Second and goal for the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
42, NC State, 14.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And now on second down for this offense. The aerial assault continues. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Moses. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Wolfpack with a first and 10 here. He's going to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's now first and 10 from the 24-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's second and 11. He's looking to throw. Pocket start. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on second and 15. Wants to throw. It's Sheriff. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he's got it inside the 35. Can anyone catch catch him. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Ooh, that caught the top.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a
Why do
little
you
more
push it there?
dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Look at right in front of the vent.
Offense getting set for first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete on the right side. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. He's taking the deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline.